Welcome back. This is part two of my attempt at making a Thundercat clock. I bought this clock. It was if you saw my first video, it was a yellow clock. And then I proceeded to tape off the Thundercat symbol and paint it. Unfortunately, as you can see, my paint was either too cheap or my tape was too good, or I suck at painting, one of the two, or three. But the paint did not keep down, and some of the... I'll tell you exactly what it was. On the surface of the clock, unbeknownst to me, and because I am a horrible painter, I did not prep the surface. I didn't sand it. And I thought, well, it's pretty smooth. There were some scratches, but they were things you really weren't going to see from any distance. You can see it there. And what happened was there was a small, thin film sheet of almost like saran wrap, but very, very thin. And I did not even notice it. It was matte colored. It was not shiny. So it didn't give itself away at all. And it was not until after I pulled up some of the tape that I saw it there. And the reasons you're seeing on the edges here is because that's where I cut with the knife, and of course it cut through the upper level of that clear plastic. When I pulled my tape up, it proceeded to pull some of that plastic up. So I will either do one of two things with this bad boy. I will either sand it all back off, which is not hard to do. I mean, it's nothing. It's just pressed wood. You can kind of see in the back. It's just a pressed wood. And that's the sticky that held the clock mechanism on. Or I can, and I think that's probably what I'll do, or I can just touch up. I have obviously both of the paints still. It didn't take much of anything this is 3 coats of black and 3 coats of red. And what I'll probably do is just, I'll try one step first, and that is I will use that black paint and a paintbrush and just fill in and see if I like it. Because again, you're gonna see it from a distance, and it doesn't look too bad right now, but it kind of looks like it's not right. But I'll fill in the black where the black is missing and the red where the red is missing, and make it so that there's none of these yellows will show back through. Or I will sand everything off, prime the entire surface, put in a little bit of filler where there is a couple spots. You can see it here now, and you only see it now because the paint is super shiny and then you're at an angle. But if you're looking straight onto it, you don't see that little gouge in the bottom. And it's actually, I'll tell you what it was from. I bought this for nothing. It was $1.01, $1, I think, at Goodwill, and it had 2 arms on, two clock hands on it, and you can see where one got gouged in there and one got gouged in here. And it was not gouged before I bought it. It was the lady that shoved it into the bag. So the clerk. I mean, it's a $1 clock. I don't imagine she meant to do it. And it's a oops, but it's not a big deal. And definitely up on the wall from a foot back, you're never gonna see it, but you all will know. So this is where this is at. I don't want you to think I start all these projects and never finish them. I am in the process of, I work quite a bit, so I usually work 12 to 13 hours every other day. So I'm a nurse by trade, so I work a lot. But when I get my off time, I tend to try to catch back up on my projects. And this project got to this point, and I'm a little bit stuck. I think what I'm going to do is fill in the paint first and see if I like it, and if I don't, sand it all back down and start over. It's not going to be hard to do. Taping off that cat symbol is not hard, and we'll see. So I guess this will be part 2 of my clock, and if you like it, let me know. Like, comment, and subscribe. It's just one of the other things that I like. I'm pretty much a buff of a fan, I should say, a fan of anything from the 80s and 90s. And Thundercats is definitely was one of my favorite shows. So let me know if you what your thoughts are, whether you think I should repaint the whole thing or just try the touch up. All right, I'll hopefully be able to show you in part 3 what the solution was. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I look forward to any comments.